Egg yolk, what is going on with the viewers of the tube? I'd like to kindly welcome you to the channel that knows the gosh dang reptilians are getting ready to flee and slither to their underground bunkers.
You need to remind yourself that you need to focus and try not to let stuff bother you as much as possible. But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human still. But I was just referring to myself in the past.
Zuckerberg, you just can't admit it like that. Even the girl who asked the question could tell. You know how we human, it's time for Chico Crypto. Well, I'm sure some of you guys are like, where in the bejesus have you been, Chico? Well, I've been moving into my new place since last Saturday, and as you can see, the studio is now a tad bit different. Tie-dye, brah, cause we keep it radical. But since I have been gone, the markets have been doing what the markets do. Manipulation, up, down, and all around. When I left last week, we went up with the markets being highly euphoric. Everyone was screaming bull run with 10K left in the dust. Shorts with high leverage or around the 10K was their liquidation level, which was many people. They got liquidated. Over 190 positions to be exact, with a notional value of over 136 million buckaroos. But then last week after that, it only took 14 hours of sideways movements before the dump, getting those who went long thinking the next run was coming to get wrecked. 154 positions to be exact, with a notional value of over 121 million. Those data points are just from BitMEX alone. It's the same tale on all of the derivative exchanges. OKX and Wabi, they had the most volume, then Binance, and then BitMEX, and finally the others, Bitflyer, Bybit, and more. The exchanges and their leverage trading pyramid allies, they had a heyday last week. Although the week progressed after that dump, and once again the bullishness started to infect the crowd as Bitcoin went from the 9,500 range to just above 9,800 by the end of the work week on Friday. But once again, we were deflating back down. And as of yesterday, the price was once again below 9,500. So one chart we need to take a look at is the 1 month chart. This chart shows a consolidation on the maximum level. As we can see, we have been going up and down, bullish then bearish, all within the 9K to 10K range this entire month. If Chico didn't know any better, this looks like there's going to be a big breakout soon. The big question is down or up? And to take an educated guess of where it may go, we need to analyze what is happening in all areas of the markets: technicals, fundamentals, and of course, the manipulators. So technicals, we kind of already began with that on the 1 week scale and the monthly scale, but let's expand it out a couple of more months since a low in March. As we can see, Bitcoin did something similar throughout most of the month of April, but even in a tighter range. From April 1st to 23rd, BTC bounced back and forth from the $6,800 level to the $7,300 level. And as we can see, it took off on its next bullish push right after. And the days before, 418 to 421, it looked as if we were going back down. So technically, things are looking very similar to 1 month ago. But now it's time to get into those gosh darn fundamentals, cause you guys know those are a few of my favorite things. The Bitcoin hash rate has been recovering nicely since the miner purge, crossing once again the 100 million terahash mark, pushing up to the 110 million level as of yesterday. And the difficulty is once again looking healthy, as we are estimated to increase with the next adjustment, which are all good signs, as a couple weeks ago things were looking nasty. So mining fundamentals, they look great, but what about those trading fundamentals like volume? Well, pulling out the volume charts, we can see throughout May, volume has been drying up week after week, with last week substantially being the least volume. A similar thing happened in April, when we are consolidating into that tighter range for the entire month. Interesting, but let's finally get into some manipulation. So the exchange whales and the exchanges themselves, they don't like to see this decreasing volume. They want high volume numbers, as that means more money for them. Now ask yourself this question: what is the best way to create a surge in volume and turbo boost the futures market, where these exchanges are making most of their buckaroos, which we showed earlier? Is it another dump down, wrecking the hopes and dreams of bull run bros? No, it would be a strong rapid break back above 10K and surpassing our last week top of nearly 10.2K. That is manipulation that could get the markets excited. That is the type of stuff that would get the volume increasing, as crypto traders get bored and they get bored quick. So, spice up the markets, why don't we? What type of spice? Well, I have been talking bullish, as that's my current sentiment, as a dump wouldn't make sense, especially with how stonks have been reacting lately. So, spicy bearish scenario, we have to look at that because the unpredictability of the crypto markets is a feature, not a bug. And I hands down know I will be the only YouTuber, not another crypto YouTuber, crypto outlet, or soul with a large voice will talk about this, so someone has to do it. What am I talking about? The old Bitfinex and New York AG case. Yeah, you remember, don't you? The lifeline of the crypto markets and their stablecoin is under an investigation by the New York Attorney General. And because of the global panic, the case got delayed, and it got delayed big time. But now things are starting to move once again. But from which side? Well, Bitfinex and Tether are the one making the moves. They just announced that they have recently issued subpoenas across the United States in their supposed hunt for the missing $800 million, which is the centerpiece of the New York AG investigation. Now, Bitfinex, the parent company of both Bitfinex and Tether, issued subpoenas in 3 states, which tell us oh so much about what is going on. The states subpoenaed Colorado, Arizona, and Georgia, and they subpoenaed specifically banks, as they are looking for some sort of proof which the New York AG already has in their pockets, since they have someone particular in custody. Now, you guys remember Reggie Fowler, crypto capital exec and ex-part owner of the Minnesota Vikings? Well, he was arrested and is facing charges regarding his involvement with the payment processor Crypto Capital, of which Bitfinex was involved with. Now, I wonder where Reggie banked and had businesses at. Well, according to his biography, he owned a business, Spiral Inc., in Chandler, Arizona. Back to the Bitfinex subpoena article. It says the bank ABT and Trust was being investigated. I wonder if there is an Arizona Bank and Trust in Chandler. Of course there is, more than a few to be exact. Now I wonder if Reggie and his business Spiral Inc. had involvement in Colorado, another state subpoenaed. Well, using open corporates, we can see Spiral Inc. has a subsidiary in Colorado, which its main branch is in Arizona. I wonder if Reggie is the owner of this parent branch. Of course he is. So these subpoenas, they are for Reggie. They are trying to figure something out. I wonder what? They are trying to figure out what is going on with that 800 million lost buckaroos. Where is it? Will any of the transfers incriminate them? They are preparing for their next bout in court with the New York AG. Yep, Tether and Bitfinex are appealing the New York court's decision that they have to turn over documentation regarding their involvement with the missing 800 million and their exact ties to Crypto Capital, which last month we finally got word on what was happening, and I covered it in this video in April, going over what each of the appellate judges were saying. That video is in the description if you want to check it out, and I highly recommend it if you've been missing your Chico content, as that case is probably the single most important thing in the crypto markets, yet like mentioned, no one is talking about it. So when are we going to get a decision from the appellate court? Well, I searched and searched and scoured the internet, and I could not for the life of me find out when the next court date is. If anyone has an idea, let me know in the comments, cause I don't. Cheers. I'll see you next time.